Yo, what is going on, White Tea? It is your boy Diego, but as always, you can call me Chancho. And today we're doing something that Ashley will tell you I have been so passionate about over the last week and a half, and it's regarding the drama between Jax Films and Ssniperwolf. Now, it's crazy to think how long we've come because I remember watching Ssniperwolf a long time ago when she was involved in that controversy where people were accusing her of not playing her own games and getting somebody else to play the games, and she was just basically voicing over it, and that actually came out to be true. And that's really frustrating back then, and it just shocks me to know that people are still watching her to this day. And if you're watching this video right now, you know what's going on with the whole drama of her doxing a fellow creator named Jax Films. Now, I use the word creator very loosely when it comes to Ssniperwolf, because when I think of a creator, I think of somebody who comes up with their own ideas, puts the work into it, puts a lot of effort into it, and the product that comes out shows that you care what you made. Now, I'm a tiny YouTuber. I would call myself a creator because I like to come up with my ideas mostly. But this kind of content that Ssniperwolf makes is very, very frustrating, and it caught the attention of Jax Films. Now, if you're watching this video, you obviously know what's going on, but I'm going to give a really, really quick rundown. Basically, Jax Films, a comedy channel, OG from a long time ago on YouTube, and Ssniperwolf, who went from gamer girl to now reaction channel. A lot of controversy regarding reaction videos. I've made some myself, but if we're being honest, the reason it's such a controversy is because it's probably the laziest type of video that you can make, and that's exactly what Jax Film was calling her out on. So she basically, and I use the term reaction again very loosely because this is basically her, oh, bro be eating that cookie. And it'll be a dude eating the cookie. So she's basically not transforming the video, not adding anything to it other than just putting a face, stealing content from TikTok, and reacting to it. So Jax Film calls her out. She doesn't like it. She doesn't like the fact that he makes a parody channel basically making fun of her videos on his own separate channel that he called the Jax Films. He started streaming, making fun of all the stuff that she was doing, and rightfully so, because her content was pretty garbage, and still to this day is pretty garbage. She's not putting any work into her videos, and she's raking in the money by the truckloads, and people who are actually trying to make videos are struggling to get by. And the thing that's the most frustrating is that YouTube themselves promotes her as if she's the most perfect creator of all time, saying, oh my gosh, where does Ssniperwolf get the idea for her videos? What do you mean the idea for her videos? She's literally stealing TikToks and pretending to react to them. That's why he was so frustrated about it. So again, she doesn't like it. She gets all upset about it. And what does she do? Well, she could do a trillion different things to, talk about this with Jax Films. But what does she choose to do? She chooses to go to his house and post a picture of his house for her 5 point whatever million Instagram followers to watch. Now, this is where me and Ashley get really passionate, and you never know who simps so hard for Ssniperwolf. I've seen people do crazier things for other people. Imagine there's a crazy guy out there who sees, the love of my life, Ssniperwolf, is being hurt by this Jax Films guy, and now I know where he lives. Oh, I'm gonna go and do something terrible. So as you can imagine, Jax Films feels super unsafe in his own house now. So she basically made public where he lives, and that's just something that you do not do on the internet. Beef on the internet stays on the internet. You can have haters on the internet. I have haters on the internet. I have 300 followers. I mean, that Ssniperwolf would stoop to doing something in real life, like posting his freaking house on the internet for everybody to see, is the craziest thing ever. So you would imagine something drastic should have happened on the part of YouTube. And so this is the post that Jax Films put on her Twitter. Ssniperwolf just stalks me on her IG. Creepy, gross, violating. What you do is disgusting. You steal content and you stalk YouTubers. Now, Ssniperwolf herself had her own video years ago where she was like, oh my gosh, what you do not do is you do not stalk people on the internet. You literally posted his house for people to stalk him. YouTube demonetized this dangerous creator. Just get her off your platform. She posted an IG story right outside of our home and then deleted it. So after that happened, YouTube was silent silent for days and days and days. And then Ssniperwolf, instead of like apologizing for what she did, she like doubles down with her sister, who is another person who is just like Ssniperwolf, and they're saying like, oh, why are you so scared of me? I only weigh 110 pounds. And she's like, oh, I'm a female YouTuber. You're just mad because I'm getting more views than you and this and that. She is so delusional about the whole situation. And instead of apologizing like the 31-year-old woman that she is, she just acts like she's in high school or middle school about it. She does not realize the severity of what she did and how serious this is. But what does YouTube choose to do? Well, this is their golden eagle. She is the face of YouTube, basically. You go on YouTube, on any default YouTube page, the homepage you'll go to will be a ton of Ssniperwolf videos, as if she's the best YouTuber of all time. She's so creative, where she's like, oh, bro, be carrying a bag. Oh. And it's like, dude, like, do more work, you know? Then she claims that she was being harassed by him because he was making fun of her, and she no likey that he was making fun of her. So then she's like, this bro be harassing me. Look at all these videos. Bro be obsessed with me. And he's like, dude, like, that's not what this is about. He was just making comedy videos out of what you do, which is horrible, which is stealing and pretending and raking in the money from other people. And you choose to display his house for the entire internet to see. Now, which one's worse? Which one do you think? And then YouTube blames Jax Films too on their statement when they took days and days and days. They're like, oh, behavior on both sides was bad. Behavior on both sides? What did Jax Films do wrong? What did he do wrong? He's purely the victim in this situation. But YouTube, because they do not want Ssniperwolf to get in trouble for what she did, they're just like, well, it could have been handled better on both sides, you know, let's just move on. And it's like, they just gave her a little, Ssniperwolf, don't do that. Make a little public announcement. What does she do? She makes a public announcement. Oh, I'm so sorry, this and that, this and that. Oh, I'm so sorry. This is what Leah, the 31-year-old woman, or soon-to-be 31-year-old woman, said in her apology video after days of being silent and posting videos regularly. Let me start by saying that I'm sorry for my recent actions. It is inexcusable. I am sorry to Jax Film. First of all, she says Jax Film. It's Jax Films. The entire creator community and my incredible fans for not being a better example for appropriate conflict resolution. Jax Films, while we certainly don't see eye to eye and have our differences, I am sorry for reacting the way that I did when I should have taken the opportunity to show young creators how adults and professionals, you're not a professional lady, resolve conflict by communicating directly, respectfully, and privately, not for views or content, but for a meaningful example of how conflict should be solved. I will reach out directly and hope we can find some time to connect and communicate respectfully. I'd also like to thank YouTube for holding me accountable. YouTube's statement says they temporarily demonetize her channel, which I've seen other videos on this because I'm so angry about it that I've seen other YouTubers make videos on this, and they basically found out that she's in fact not demonetized and she's finding ways around it. Because of course and even if she was demonetized, how much damage do you think a temporary demonetization is going to make on such a huge YouTuber, creator? I use that term very lightly again with Ssniperwolf. I'd also like to thank YouTube for holding me accountable. I deserve it, respect the decision, and appreciate the opportunity to learn and grow from a true lapse in judgment. A lapse in judgment? You did this, then you doubled down on it by making fun of the situation that you just did. No, that was not a lapse in judgment. That's just the kind of person that you are. So I just wanted to make a video where I talk about it because for the last few days, I've just been ranting to Ashley about it. And to be honest, she probably doesn't even care that much because it's just internet YouTube drama that doesn't really matter in the real world. But it does when it reaches the point where you're posting somebody's house on your Instagram for everybody to see. That was completely reckless, disgusting behavior out of Ssniperwolf and her creator. People are still defending her even though she did this crap. So no, this is inexcusable, horrible, disgusting, vomiting behavior coming from this 31-year-old Aliyah Shalishish or whatever her name is. To wrap this video up, I just want to make the point that this is a woman who should be wary of how much influence and power she has over the 30 million people that are watching her. At any given moment, those people can just riot, especially considering that she has such a huge platform on YouTube where everybody can see it. She should not be posting private information like that. And just to close out the video, guys, this is just really discouraging for small minuscule YouTubers like me and Ashley who we try our best to make videos, make them into entertaining, creative, and come up with stuff based on like what goes on in our actual lives. And then to see people like Ssniperwolf who put no effort, no work into their. Now, I'm not saying she didn't at some point start off, because to get this big, you have to start at somewhere. But the fact that YouTube promotes her as if she's like such a great creator just because they're making a ton of money out of her is really discouraging to us, because it's like, well, maybe we should just stop trying so hard because it's not getting us anywhere, and maybe I should just resort to doing what she does. I know it's not going to be the same reach and everything because, you know, it all depends on a bunch of other factors, but it's just really discouraging to me and Ashley seeing that like YouTube actively promotes people like that, and then people like us who are small and trying our best, it's like, whatever, we just get lost in the weeds. And thank you guys for tuning in. If you watched me rant, I'm actually really fumed and angry about this because I feel like she didn't get the punishment that she deserved. Drop down in the comments below if you think that YouTube should have done something more drastic. And if you guys just happened to tumble upon my channel because you wanted to watch more videos about how angry you are at Ssniperwolf, then feel free to subscribe. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you. Like, comment, subscribe about how outraged we are. We cannot stay silent about Ssniperwolf getting away with this because this is ridiculous, and this is just the worst. Alright, well, thank you guys so much. Catch you guys in the next video. Peace.